really outdone yourself. They're talking all over the city about how someone finally went through Dusttown and slaughtered the Carter.
Welcome to At Left and Right. I am Larkin Nightingale.
I am Phantom Corgi Butt.
And today we are back with Dragon Age Origins.
Almost licked your hand.
Which one do you want to choose?
Did I ask my poops?
Did you ask your poops?
Deserve to die for the crimes. Wait.
She's talking about the gang we just killed.
Well, so then had no choice. It wasn't.
That one?
Sure.
It's a little late to trouble yourself now.
Shut up!
You have done the city a great service. I promise as soon as I take the throne, I will send the troops you need.
Then I'll do whatever it takes to get you... When will that be? The Darkspawn will wait.
Unfortunately, I cannot say when. While many Dashers appreciate, we need something
I
more
like about cowboys.
dramatic
Oh
to
yeah,
shift the balance.
show me the specs.
It was. Everyone's like, why are so many like Mexican
What do you
and
know
black
of the
people
Paragon
cowboys or
Bronco?
Indians? I don't remember, but I know Mexicans is one. Because someone's like, because that's
2 years ago, she heard of something the
and
ancients
it was
created.
like super gay.
Inspired her to leave everything behind
You're alone
and venture into the deep
with
roads.
your buddies.
She is the only
You have
Paragon in 4
needs.
generations.
And then
It's same thing with
She
sailors.
turned her back
and then the white people came along and were like,
Paragon is like an ancestor born in
aesthetics.
this time.
Yeah.
And
If
that's
she
how
returned,
white that's
her
how
vote would
the
outweigh the
Westerns
entire
and stuff.
assembly.
Well, the white
Anyone
cowboy
with her
thing came
support
along
could take
from
the throne
movies.
unchallenged.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're like, cowboys are cool, but cowboys are gay.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean they're not cool, but like the origin of the cowboy is pretty gay.
Yeah, it is.
Very gay.
Oh,
what's that movie? The gay cowboy movie. Humpback Ridge? No. What was it?
I was hoping
You know what I'm talking about?
The gay cowboy movie?
Yeah, the gay cowboy movie.
To persuade her
Who
that
did
the
it have in
rightful
it?
king
I don't.
should take the
Ryan
throne.
Gosling and
However, if the deep
someone
roads
else
have
come to mind, but
addled
I don't
her
think that's
wits,
right.
It might
Humpback
be best she
Mountain?
not return before the kingship is decided.
Let me Google it. Hold on.
Are you saying I should
I would
kill
never
her?
say that.
I
Should she prefer
spelled
to
it
stay
wrong.
in the deep
Brokeback
roads rather
Mountain.
than help her rightful
It
king?
has.
Her trail ends there. Perhaps with your warden's
My
expertise.
throat's kind of scratchy. I mean, this could be a really long flu that I'm looking at here. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know. What's in my journal? Head towards there. Okay. I think we still go here.
So,
Alright, I'll pause it.
you were serious before when you said
Alright,
you
we're
wanted
back.
to help Bronca, huh? I'm
You
hungry.
got this guy.
I don't
Gimli.
know if you remember.
Gimli.
People seem to forget me
I got
these
some alcohol
days.
for you, bro.
Or ignore. I forget which.
Yes.
Aye,
At least.
If we pool our knowledge, we stand it.
Sounds like we got a deal. So,
All she knew was that it was past Carradon's Cross.
I can get
If we're going, let's get moving.
Alright, so, we gotta bring him. So, hold on. We gotta... Alright. This is hard. Okay, so... We need to bring him. You'll love him. He's so funny. We need to bring Wynn because she's our healer. Now, I'll give you these two options. You can bring Alistair
Yeah.
with you. Or we can bring Shale. Now, there are two certain points while we're in the deep road that's not pivotal, but they do provide some insight on certain things. Shale is the biggest because you learn more about her backstory here.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still kind of talk about it with her later if we choose certain choices.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you just want to bring Alistair? Because he's also pretty powerful from what I made him.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, let's just bring Alistair. Alright, decided.
Yes.
Now that I'm talking about it, talk you through it. Alright. Bye.
Deuces, bitch.
Deuces. I hate this place. I hate it. Look how big this map is. And look how slow we're walking. I think the next one is in between here, like where this little coffee stain is, and over there.
Heritage
Look,
Cross.
it's your boobs.
I can't believe Balin actually tracked this place down. This used to be one of the biggest crossroads in the old empire. You could get anywhere from here, including
Great.
Orton Tide.
Shut up. No, don't do that.
Okay.
I don't want to be mean to him.
So you know where to go from here?
Aye. It's a little tough to tell with so much of it collapsed
He's really
now.
awesome. I think you'll
Near
be
as
one
I
of your
can figure,
favorites.
we're on the right path to Orton Tide.
Great.
I've
Let's
been wait-
move this party along. I probably should have said a few more things and just skipped through it.
Well, look what we have here.
Hey.
Some of Balin's new toadies. Let's show 'em
Toadies?
who's king.
But fucking throw down on this side. You have anything to say on anything? Yeah, that's 2017. Oh my god, it's dead.
Bring Wench. She'll be our healer. It'll be fun.
She just gets attacked because she's the healer. Where is this?
Have we already semi-established where we live?
Do you think
We
the
live
tower is ever going to get back
in
to
a
what it was?
nondescript location.
I don't know. A great number
I think
of
it's
people
Did we
far-
talk,
I
did
think
we
we
talk
said-
about our concert fiasco?
Oh yeah, we did.
So-
I said we live.
that cloud
We
hanging
said we
over
lived
everything
near.
for
So
many
we have like
years.
access to San Francisco.
Do you think you'll
Okay,
be there
so then I
to
can
help
tell the
rebuild
story.
then once this is all
My
over?
father and I
I cannot
have
say.
also
Even if I
access to
survive
San
this
Jose,
fight, I am a
Um,
very old woman.
and so we went to a
Why?
Sharks game,
Because of some
which is
grey
a hockey
hair?
team that we
You
both
are
love.
a formidable woman.
And the reason we usually go to a game
You
like
could see
once a
that it
year,
happens.
I think
either
you
for our
overestimate
birthdays
the number
or
of
one of my
years
dad's
I've
friends
been
likes the
perhaps
Detroit
you're
team, so we'll go with
or
them.
perhaps the memories of what happened there.
But this year, it was during this off season, one of
I have
my
a hard
favorite
time
players,
believing that.
Well, it's
full
good to have
up to this
someone
point
that believes
full-time
in
shark
yourself.
Patrick Marlowe
Now,
had
if I
went
could
to
only
the
feel the same way
the
myself,
Torontos.
that would be
I don't know if I can remember, but he went to Canada, and so this was his first game back home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, we gotta go to that game, right? We gotta go to that game, and I figured like they acknowledged him, but nothing super special. I was very relaxed. They did like a whole thing, you know. They had this nice little video. I mean, he'd been in the team for what, like 19 years.
You're really salty about it.
I was so upset, and it wasn't even him. It was excuse me. It wasn't him that I was mad at. I mean, a little bit, but I was, more mad that he was leaving than like, you know what I mean, like.
It was a situational thing too.
Yeah, like I was more mad kind of with the management people.
We found it in the bag.
I am out of storage. I had 98. No, look, I had 98 out of 100 things.
I'm going to continue taking things.
Um,
Now we are out.
Jesus Christ. But anyway, so we went and they had, you know, this like
Man, in retrospect, I really should have.
gotten rid of shit.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna destroy some crap that we do not need.
Excuse me, but anyway, they played this video and stuff, and it looked like he was like gonna cry, but he, you know, was,
He kept up a-
yeah, he toughened up, but like they kind of zoomed in, and you could see his watery
I
eyes,
was gonna say, like, give him your wedding ring because that's the only ring available.
and it was great, and there's like a 90-second standing ovation, and it was really good, and we won. Sharks won, so that was nice, but it was fun. That was the first game that I had ever bought tickets to. I thought we were closer than where we were sitting. We were sitting in the second bowl, or second tier, so I mean, like, we weren't close, but I didn't think we were like 2 rows from the very back. I thought we were a little bit closer, but I mean, whatever. But it was fun.
I think there's a merchant down here that can sell stuff to you.
Merch.
A merch.
Oh, also, Lark is indebted. And then she
Okay,
spent-
guys, I have
no,
a story to tell.
I'm so angry.
Okay, so I want to start by saying I am not proud of this ashamed of
Should be.
because this is kind of something out of character that I would really never do. Like, you know, that's kind of the thing with a lot of characters and shit. But, let's not get into that. So, there's this game, this visual novel called The Arcana, and it's sort of like how episodes, oh my god, it's sort of how episodes work, where, you kind of have, I mean, I've never played episodes, but this is just to my knowledge how it's sorted, is that there's a main story, and to romance each of the characters, there's only 3. It goes by books, and there's sub-chapters in it, and each month they update with a new thing. So, there's already, like, okay, so it may sound bad, but I spent a total on this game, $80. Now, you may ask yourself, how in like God's good name did you do that? Well, first of all, the price system on there is, and a lot of people, that the price system in there, it's pretty unbalanced. I've played Mystic Messenger, and that's sort of, they have somewhat of the same system of in-game currency to unlock stuff. And you know what? Because in this game there's coins, and the devs say that the coins, or like the paid scenes in there, you don't need it to complete the romance. That's just to add to the flair of it. So I had no business in really buying these coins, but I love them. So, anyways, back to it. It's unbalanced. Oh. And wait, I'm just trying to close this off. Okay, so like, yeah, about the in-game currency, Mystic Messenger, for example, and I think it's the same thing in episodes, and a lot of people choose your own adventure.
Yeah, you like buy more time, essentially.
Yeah, more
like you
time.
can unlock certain,
Yeah.
better things.
So, like, I mean,
Alistair's just chopping heads off.
it's the helmet. Don't step in it. Oh, my bad. So, oh no, that's not right. I was wondering who's dead. So, yeah, they have that. I'm gonna use Mystic Messenger as an example because that's the only game that I've played that has it. And they have hourglasses in there, and you can buy more to open up chats and whatever. So, Alistair, don't step in it. So, I mean, I never, in that game, they really give you a lot of opportunities to be compliant in different ways. Like, they give you complimentary hourglasses during some seasons, and I always think those are really cool. Or you earn them in-game, too.
Sometimes if it's just an hourglass.
Yeah. I mean, I know you paid for it.
Yeah, I did. And then I stopped playing the game after I spent it. I
Oh.
spent all that money on it.
So,
Can't keep me down.
so, because they have the new V route.
Yeah.
And I'm just going off topic for a second. They have the new V route, and I remember I wanted to play it at the time. But also, during that time, I've been following the Arcana for a while now. Like when it was still in the like the 3rd chapter or whatever, in the prologue. It was a really long time. And when I heard the books was coming out, and I was just trying to anticipate how much I'd be paying for it, because at that time they had the coin system implemented in, and I saw how much coins costed. So I was just trying to prepare myself for how much I would have to spend later. So I just kind of sacrificed, like, you know what? I'll do it and I have slept on binge. So, and I didn't really want to ruin my sleep schedule again. So, God. Anyways, and I heard it's good. So. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. So, kind of snowballing off of that, because the coin system, like I said, is appearing. Well, because I'm just kind of focusing on the coins, it's like 500 coins is like $10. And 100 coins is almost $2. And I kind of remember from Mystic Messenger, the prices were somewhat similar, but I felt like you got more of a bigger deal in Mystic Messenger than you do in this game.
Yeah, like Mystic Messenger was like $20 for like 500 coins. Or hourglasses.
Yeah, and that's a lot, actually.
You're getting a bargain.
Yeah, because the amount, also, like, if you were going to spend, like, okay, 500 coins, you're like, I'm going to buy 100 coins, and that's, like, $2, I can afford that. So you buy that, but then, in-game, for the paid scenes, the amount you had spent, it doesn't equate to how much you would be paying for that scene. So you're like, hey, I'll buy 200 coins, which for some reason is $4. And then 500 coins, like an extra, or maybe it was 700. I think it was 500. It just didn't make any sense at all. When the book first came out, or the first book had just came out, each book was 500 coins, and there were 3 books. So I wanted to at least buy one, but then I was thirsty for the others, so I bought 2. So it ended up being about $20 I had spent that month for those 2 things. Was it worth it? Yes, it was.
Yes.
So the next month came. We're excited, and I had bought the next book. $20, but the game had crashed, and I had lost all of my progress, and all the books that I had purchased, so I was out $40 at that point. I was quite cross and upset, and I had to take 10 minutes to myself really contemplate what I was going to do. Because I wanted to play this game, and at the end of the day, or at the end of those 2 minutes, I said to myself, well, you know you're going to go buy those books. Let's all do it. So, I had spent $60 that day. I spent $60 that day to repurchase the books that I had lost. Again, was it worth it? In the moment, yes it was. But later when I'm really thinking about it, I was like, I spent $80 on this fucking game. That is ridiculous.
So then Lark explains on this chat that we have with one of our friends, explains the situation. And she explains that she just spent $60 on this game. Now, like I said earlier, Lark is indebted to me. She owes me some money for a couple concerts that I dragged her to.
Yes.
But she got it down to $70. And then she spent $60. And I said, I am so enraged that you spent that much, I'm not even gonna, like, shame you for owing me money.
And then when you mentioned that, I had felt so bad, because sometimes it just doesn't come across my mind that I still have it comes in and out for me. That
Yeah.
I remember
Well, no,
that
it's like-
I have a debt to you.
Yeah, no, and it's like, I
Right
don't
way
care, but it's the fact that you
More
spent
time.
Yeah.
so much money, and I was like, you still owe me $70.
And sometimes too, it's like I also want to get you something good, so I'll look at stuff.
Yeah.
But then I think, oh, this isn't good. Or sometimes I like looking at sales because
Yeah.
you know me, I'm Asian. I need to get them good deals.
Yes.
So pretty much after when she had mentioned that about the debt, I was like, man, I feel really shitty.
Trap. So
Let's
simple
go
to
on a little
see,
bit
really.
longer because I want to finish the story. I felt pretty shitty about it, so I went online and I bought something. It was half the amount I had spent that day. At that point, in looking through my wallet or my checking account, I didn't have quite a lot of money. So I had been pretty frugal that month and trying to allocate, and I think I just earned something from something. Oh, it was because we didn't go to the concert. I had put money into my checkbook, so I had some money to spend. So I was like, hey, $20 for this month for the book this month, and then I was gonna spend like another $20 during that time for to get a multiplayer game we can play. And then I knew I also had to pay some club fees, which was like $10. So I was like, hey, that's already like pretty much the amount that I had inputted in anyway, or like a little bit over or under actually. But because of that whole fiasco, I was really poor, and then I spent money on Phantom, and I'm now really poor. But now I just inputted money, so I have some left in there. So you may get a gift or not. I feel like if I get you for Secret Santa, that's not going to count, because that's a gift already. If I really impress you. Alright, so we're just going to end the episode here. I just wanted to finish that.
Talk about the debt that you're in with your friends. Because you spend it stupidly. Then paying them back.
I think it's a story that I won't tell to a bunch of people. Lest they shame me. Did I tell you? I want to say it.
No, it happened after we went.
You sure?
No.
No, we just went rather recently.
We went last weekend.
Yeah. Alright, so
I don't remember.
bye guys.